Okay, before we take a break, there's a masked man who was nabbed on a flight from British Columbia to British Columbia from Asia. This is a young Asian male who was intercepted by authorities in Vancouver after boarding a flight from Hong Kong. He was disguised as an elderly white man. I have a picture of this. Let's see if I can... I don't know that you're going to really be able to pick this up. Maybe you can see that. On the left, you see the actual Asian young 20-something-year-old. On the right, you see what he looked like in his disguise. It's like $1,000 or more mask. Did you see this story, Lewis?
I did, yeah.
It's incredible, and there's a lot of questions here. There's a lot of questions that I have about how this possibly could have happened. Number one, he went onto the plane as a 20-something, or rather as an old white guy, and he comes out of the bathroom at some point as a 20-something Asian male. During the flight, he took off his mask, okay? So then we started looking into this, and it turns out the fake ID he showed when he was getting on the plane said he was 55. If you believe the mask, how could you possibly believe that guy is 55 anyway?
No, it looked like he was 85.
Exactly. And there's just a lot of questions here. The CBSA release said that the man had switched boarding passes with another man before getting on the aircraft. It wasn't clear why the swap was done or why he disguised himself. The whole thing does seem kind of unbelievable. Some are suggesting that he must have had other enablers in the system somewhere, because I can't even get on the plane with 4.5 ounces of shaving cream. It needs to be 3.5 ounces, and my entire bag gets taken apart if I have a microphone in there. Yet somehow this guy, and I get it, he's leaving from Asia, it may be different there, he gets on with a fake ID and a switched boarding pass. He's wearing a mask. He looks like he's 85, but he's actually 55 according to his ID. It makes no sense to me.
And he was seeking exile, right? That was the whole point?
Well, we don't know. When he got back, he immediately said he is here. He is seeking asylum, essentially.
Asylum,
when
yeah.
he got to Canada,
not exile, asylum, right?
Yeah. So I don't know. I wish we knew more about the story, but I'm curious to see what people think about it.
Incredible disguise.
And for people who fly to Asia regularly, is it that different? Is the equivalent of TSA that different there, that this type of stuff can get by? I mean, we haven't heard of anything similar recently, anyway.
Here in our country?
Just of people leaving Asia and coming to the U.S. with these types, just weird stuff like this.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
It's at least been a while. Let's take a break. Of course, today on the bonus show, there's 600 women raped in dungeons. We'll tell you what country. Debt collection companies are setting up fake courtrooms. Christine O'Donnell will be on late night TV, and plenty more. DavidPakman.com/membership.
The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.
The David Pakman Show is made possible by listeners like you and by Greenfield Savings Bank, building a strong community one account at a time, with neighborhood offices in Greenfield, Amherst, Conway, Shelburne Falls, South Deerfield, and Turners Falls, and online at greenfieldsavings.com. By the Daily Hampshire Gazette and GazetteNet.com, connecting our communities with local news and information. By DIF Design, specializing in custom business websites at DIFdesign.com. Find out more about underwriting The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.